A cute moment, let me tell you. I've been sick. Not a cute moment. Not a cute moment. I'm sick. I'm not in the break. I wish because I look weaker after I cry. People having worrying with who I've been and myself. Like for real, I think also trying this shirt that I had is kind of tight. But anyway. So, I don't know how to tell, but I'm sick. Oh, this is blue. Ignore my clothes. Looks cute. I did this by myself, which I take quite some time. I thought that it would take like 2 days or 3 days, but it took like a week. Because right after when I finish, I get sick. And I don't have lashes. Which I will do soon. Yesterday means we're tearing up for no reason. And why men are men? Is the question that I have. Because some people told me like their men are the same. Or like I met bad men and good men, you know what I mean? So it's like where's the middle point? I met both, so uh, whatever. So and to look. I love the 6-7. But it sounds good when somebody say it, not me. I love when someone says 6-7. That one is kind of good. Um, okay. This is the funniest part because I made in a video that said about like a stoic mindset. But like I'm emotional. Like I have feeling I can only hold for like a week or two. I will do my lashes soon. So I don't know. Why y'all have to tell me right now? I don't know. The reason is kind of not. Everybody have a degree of pain. My degree of pain is my cats. And I don't know. I really feel my bed, but like I'm not attached to humans that much because I don't like spend time with them often. But it can affect me in the sense some stuff that happen that's not related to emotional. But like I missed the gym because I'm really the first time I was like puking, like I was wanting to throw up, and it's the second time in this week that I get pharyngitis. I don't know, just something that I consider being sick. Wanna be sick, but not in this sense, you know. So yeah, I miss my. The only thing that made me happy during this week was seeing that somebody had a flower in her hair. Because the singer that had like a flower in her hair, and like their sister was like putting some flowers on top, and I was like, "Look, that's funny." I don't know. To make me laugh when I'm sick or like depressed, it was hard. That I really value funny in a deep level because a lot of jokes was not like compelling or like fulfilling what I need. So I really appreciate that. And yes, I will do half session with my therapist, and she was telling me, yeah, I can understand, but like I will still doing teaching content, even though if I don't, I will talk about that later. But yeah, there are many people that want to control me, but I learned from a guy in their 20s. He was a master in this, like for real. Maybe my podcast I will explain more, but like it's repetitive tactics, gaslighting, putting their limits. My favorite, and I will say like hello. My favorite type of tactic that I consider the most funny and the most heartbreaking was they're pretending to be sad or pretending to wanting to. So I will come up to them and help them. That was the most toxic one because I always will fall and like at the end of the day will be like doesn't happen nothing, like nothing happening. It's really, it's paying attention. Triangulation was like the funniest because the girls that I would use to compare me or like to make me jealous of was the most sometimes I don't want to say bad, but like it kind of was like I get over it, manipulation tactics or like wanting to occupy the place of my mom or my dad. That's not the goal. You know what I mean? And even though that I like older people have my limit, I feel like I said that many times, but it was funny to think about it for a second. And today I was watching a video of like a girl that's saying that marrying the rich is not the solution because she was like doing this to this stuff like that, and like then she like pull out some statistics like people that are actually rich marrying somebody rich, and they were like pulling stuff because a lot of content nowadays is just promoting to you to marry rich as a young woman. And it's so funny because she was pulling the kind of facts that I already kind of knew about it. And she was like, did you know that 2% or like 1% of girls that or people in general that are younger, because that could relate to many type of dynamics, lifestyle, whatever, that 1% of people, like 2% of people that actually have no studies and whatever, can actually get rich people. And it's so funny because according to what I saw on social media, it's a lot of people, like a lot of people, just being wanting to promote the kind of content, marry the rich, marry the whatever. Even though me, I'm like, whatever, whatever that will come up, I don't know. Let me set you here. Yes, I did paint this, but it's funny to think about it. And I'm really sick. I wish nobody saw me like this. Yesterday my eyes were bawling with no reason, and my lashes were off. But I can reply the glue won't rip off my lashes. Being a couple, but I know that not all of them. I had a bad experience where I was wearing thick lashes and one of my eyes was really off, and I was like, looking at everything and be like that. Now that I had the rights to, as I said, my type of personality, mm, wait this second. 1, 2, 3, 4. I love being histrionic because I emphasize in my emotions alone. What I don't like about being histrionic is that sometimes you can lean into validation too much, but like I learned to handle in a level that I consider well. And like whenever I handle it, like I know that it needs to be healthy because I will let myself just be led by my emotions, especially the bad ones. It can end up really, really bad. There's one time that I get really angry that I really didn't want that, but like, I get really angry that I thought that I had like borderline personality, which can might be, but like it's not. So yeah. basically. But like, for somebody that's stranded, love yourself. The problem is like whenever something happen or like if you wanna be like in a theater or like social media or whatever, you can emphasize a lot in your emotions, but like a certain level of sadness, I feel way deeper, like way deeper. Work, hobby, body, energy, mind, fun, charm. So yeah, the space is nice. Also, I paint this cup by myself, and I was just not crafting. And I feel like this one needs a little love, so I add some stuff. How many cute stuff like this flower, which I purchased, and this is a real plant. If you can tell, say hi. So yeah, it's not like a lot, but like te hablo español. The word is do you speak Spanish, but like I don't know. I feel I wanted to say a lot in my podcast, but like people still wanna eat it up. Like they want to know everything of me. Even on my placement of my malls, this is a thing that I keep for me. But like a lot of girls have been like, you know, whatever, you put me the shit in my whatever. Which I'm not against that. I mean, I do respect it, but like, I have my preference when it comes to dating somebody. That I don't want to pull out here because it's not to be like, so. But I will say that I don't know. I love a white skin, like a white canvas. It's not about the skin tone because over the years I like many colors. I have my preference, but it's like I like 50% white. I like 30%. Um, the I don't know. It's just I like 50-30% of white, and like the rest is all of the color that you can never imagine. Like, even people that have like white and like brown skin at the same time, like vitiligo or something, like they have a combo. Imagine, because they have like brown and like white, like a white and chocolate thing. Siempre pienso que las personas que tienen vitiligo tienen como un combo de chocolate blanco con negro. Y a mí me agrada de chocolate. De verdad, siempre le agrego a mi cafecito de chocolate. I'm recently realizing what kind of I've been distracted. Even though my vision board, I feel like I will delete it. This was always my kind of dream vision board that I had, but like yesterday, I'm not kidding, I told somebody that I wanted a burger. And the next day, without asking me, my grandparents like did burgers. That is insane. That is insane. That is insane. Like usually it takes like 1 month and 1 week because there was one time that I wanted steak and it took quite 2 weeks, like on a week and a half, so I can have a steak. I love to eat meat, like a big thick meat with some pasta on it. Yeah, and I understand when someone is vegan, so I don't have the kind of, let's say, like I don't have the ickiness when someone is vegan. I simply cook by, you know, because I learned to cook both for my health. I had a time where a bad diagnosis pulled me or like make me be vegan in force. Like it was not a premeditated decision that I will be vegan because I will look younger. I will be better. no. It was mainly because I was diagnosed with a bad diagnosis and I need to be vegan. And then when I see that the diagnosis was wrong, I immediately come back to meat because I hold myself a lot and like my iron levels were really low. I don't know how I was handling, but like my iron levels were kind of low, so yeah. And meat tastes really different when you don't eat none of the meat, like none of that, like chicken, none of that. I was fully vegan, even though the clothing, because you cannot be vegan and you can still wear like something that was made by a cow skin, let's say. That is not the way that I consider a vegan person. That is not the way I consider being vegan. More like full clothes are respectable with animals, like fully handmade and stuff like that, because there are many ideologies that I saw that I consider they're not like whatever, but like I consider that if you wanted to be in one kind of belief or like a lifestyle, you need to put your soul on it. It's not like just being one side, you know what I mean? Just put your soul on it. You know what I mean? So that's the way I quit many type of like things that I used to wear, like a little jackets made by some stuffs, and I was fully ready to commit to that. You know what I mean? So I was really committed for over 1 year straight. Like was a year that I feel light, and I don't know. I sometimes felt a little bit off because at the time my family was eating more meat than ever, and I'm not kidding. When I come back to meat, let's say, my family stopped eating meat. I can swear it was not something that I was like prepared, but I proportionally. I mean, my day, my plan, my day just go like meat once a day, and like on my meals, like at my lunch, and that's it. The rest is full either milk or eggs. That's pretty much my diet. I don't consider, and a lot of rice. I love what rice. What? I love rice. No mucho arroz. I love rice. I love so much eating rice. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete, ocho, siete. So yeah, I don't know, I just feel kind of pleased right now. I feel like people told me get it somebody, get on a date. I'm just like, I hope that they will come to me. Because apparently I'm bad at picking, or maybe it's not a good time. I would prefer that it's not the right time because it's not a priority on me. This is quite big also. I love to put my hands on this so it can be warm. I'm sick. I'm really sick. I wanted to move on. Sí, se hace lo más saltado. De hecho, eso fue lo que cociné para mis compañeros de trabajo. Les gustó cómo cociné. Pero mi compañero no vino cuando yo cociné eso. I have a lot of coworkers that are male. Tengo muchos compañeros de trabajo que son hombres, así que no sé. Sí se cose. Sí. Estudié en una escuela tradicional donde te enseñan a coser, a cocinar, ser una buena ama de casa. Entonces sí sé esas cosas. Aunque no parezca, sí sé coser. Hasta me pincha porque ella también estaba cosiendo su disfraz de mi hermano. Y era de última hora porque era las 9 y yo ya estaba 9:10. De 10 a 11 voy a editar algo, voy a hacer no sé qué. Pero entonces tuve que coser las orejitas, o sea, de su disfraz. Y sí sé cortar. Mi abuelo le corta le corté el cabello en una fecha, pero no es algo que no me gusta hacer. Cada quien ya con su rollo. A mujeres de cortar cabello. Así que, sí sé. El asunto es que soy una ama de casa, pero no me gusta. Sin ofensas, sin ofensas. De hecho, se aprendí a hacer pizza. Así que gracias. Trabajé en un café. Tengo experiencia. No me agradan los hombres sentimentalmente para casarme. Creo que es algo que siempre tengo que aclarar por cómo me veo. Aunque pueden decir por mis sueños. Pero en sí yo toco la guitarra, así que no. La guitarra. ¿Dónde estás, Gloria? Ah, bueno. De hecho está acá. Pero, like, I consider myself a traditional woman. I don't judge somebody who's not traditional as I am, but like, I consider that sí, me casaré en mi país. No sé, ni tengo pareja, así que lo dejaré a la vida, no a mí. But like, I always wanted to cook for someone, like cook or bake and just. There is a meme that said, imagine the poor, like I was like Justin Bieber song, like always in the poor, always in the riches, always in like in this kind of statement. I really consider that whenever person I will be with, they need to respect my boundaries and like it will be maybe somebody who had like a big shelf of books, like a big shelf of books. I don't know why. Si me casaré en el extranjero, no sé, donde hay un espacio, yo voy. Entertainment. I need to clean my nose, and it could be irritating. But I look like I have 11. That is not cute. No, one of the funniest part about that I see about Botox, looking at my eyebrows, is that somebody couldn't cry. Like, they dramatically couldn't cry because they have a lot of Botox on. They were basically, I want to cry and just feel like that. That was one of the funniest part of watching funny videos related to it. I just have fun, and I don't know. I can look somebody at the first sight, sexually speaking. I mean, if I know them that they do books and they talk about maybe something that I'm driven by mentally, I low key would be like, yeah, but like, yeah, no, mm-mm. No, no me imagino vivo en la ciudad más pequeña de Junín y de vivo en una ciudad así chiquita, más chiquita que yo. Pero bueno, now let me listen to somebody. I need to record something. I need to take a time. Wait a second. Me voy a quitar el país. Un momentito. I'm sorry, but I need to hold on. I can't. My voice is not going well. Maybe I can sing Ocean Eyes. I was a hardcore fan of Billie Eilish also. After 2021, I feel like something was off. I don't know if I dream of or something, but like I something that something was off. And before she even came out, I really didn't want to like juggle because sometimes I can be too empathetic that I still have empathy for people that I saw online. That's how bad that I feel. Yeah, maybe I can sing this. watching you for some time. Can't stop staring at this ocean eyes. Burning cities and napalm skies. 15 flares inside of sunshine eyes. Your ocean eyes, no fair. Here and now make me cry when you give me those sunshine eyes. I'm scared. I never follow but desire for the ocean eyes. Your ocean eyes. I've been walking through a work all night. Can't stop thinking of you, diamond light. Beautiful creature makes friends with time. You left her lonely with a diamond light. And those ocean eyes, no fair. You know you make me cry when you give me those arms, ocean eyes. I'm scared. And I'm feeling glad as I feel in your ocean eyes. Those ocean eyes. Scared to show me. Scared to show me. Even love make me cry when you give me those ocean eyes. I'm scared. I never felt you glad that I when you ocean eyes. Those ocean eyes. I don't know if I sing, but I did my best. It's really that hard sometimes. My voice is sick, but I still need to do my thing. Follow. Like my voice is just not getting. I will remember this day with my whole heart. That made me sing again because I'm kind of like it's not clogging my neck, and I drink 2 of this daily, which I don't know how many cups of water is this, but like my family told me that I drink gallons of this. But it's good for your health. I mean, it's really good. It's really good. You're welcome. I really want to sing more songs, but like my thing is that I don't know if some of y'all would like me to sing this song in a healing version or just a little version of the same song. No sé si les gustaría la canción sea la misma canción o la canción así tipo sanadora. Porque yo puedo cantarlo, o sea, no tengo problema, pero no sé cuál de esas versiones me gustaría. Desde que cante de Giselle, de Brian Barnett, like sincerely, no sé, como algo no cual. El asunto es que me agarró en el corazón porque conocí a un chico que era igual, o sea, no, o sea, era similar a Giselle. Y, o sea, él era gay. Eso me dijo a mí. Como que me agarró el sentimiento. O sea, ¿qué hubiera sido si se hubiera quedado este amigo? Porque tenía un novio en aquella época. Y era como que, no. Y como que, ay, no. O sea, era como el sentimiento de perder a alguien. Como, ay, Dios santo. Y como que, ¿saben el sentimiento? Like, I always had this feeling of, like, because I met a guy that was, like, just ill, but, like, gay. He was getting, like, I had the feeling of, like, what if, I still had a friendship with him because he was like a rock for me. I'm not kidding. He was really important for me. And at some point, I was just kind of worried how his life is going. And especially from a guy that always made me laugh after, because at the time I was just struggling with a lot of things. And like, he always would make me laugh after I don't know what I was doing, but like, apparently I was just sobbing because I was in a period, like in a week of like being rejected over a girl, and like I don't know, I still didn't know why, but like apparently she blocked me, and that was pretty much what happened. But I don't know, it was pretty much like that, and he will always do jokes, and even though there's one time that he even did himself like an edit of like being like a girl, and he was like, "Oh, what do you think about these women?" And for 1 second, I was like, "Who is this girl?" And it was him, but like in a female version with this kind of face app that everybody had. I mean, he had like an iPhone or something, but like, low-key, let's time I Google. But like, it was really funny at the time to think about it, and like we were all like thinking and whatever, and I don't know. I don't consider myself as a male hater or like a female hater, like a human hater in a fight, because I cannot. But yeah, that was pretty much what was going on. I have a double eye open whenever someone like points me. Like women are like this, or male are like this. I feel like I'm like with this kind of red pill content creators that tell me men are bad, you should not talk to them, but like they marry one. And there is another side that said, like men, basically that said, women are bad, all of them will cheat on you, but they marry one. There is no line that I need to be drawing. But overall, I hope both of them will find the love of their lives. Or the love of their car, who knows? Because some people are driven by power. You know what I love about some, I don't know if it's considered power, but like, it's just when someone have like self-control, but a lot of self-control. Those kind of people I love. I've been icky many times when I see that someone doesn't have to. That's what I don't feel like I'm ready for a relationship right now. I feel that that's the main point that I've been seeing. Like that is the biggest, because I don't know, I feel like the kind of missing point that I want, like the missing piece that I had on me, is a little bit self control, but I don't know what I'm doing by somebody who lacks self control. If that makes sense, because it's so attractive. Besides money, besides apps, I don't know. But like focusing on the topic of like self control, I consider that is one of the best things because most of my time I've been connecting with people that doesn't have that. One thing is being real, and one thing is not being real, and one thing is having self control, but it's still be real. I don't think that makes sense. But like there is one time that I felt really low, and so somebody has so much self control more than me that I have, and just I was like, wait, I kind of feel something, and then I hold back again, and then I took a deep look, and I was like, because it's rare. That is more rare. Money, everybody could have it. Everybody could be in debt. Everybody could be like, whatever. But like, self control is something you can fake and you can purchase. That is different. That you train it, but like you cannot have it. And talking about bags, I discovered this kind of smile that people have when they have a good bag that I've been finding kind of. It's not about the muscles, but it's a little bit, but like that is not everything that I saw, but you know what I mean, right? So yeah, that's pretty much the new, or like the quality that I love. That's what I put like a big line of like emotionally mature. That's one of the things that I love. But like one of the funniest things is that people that I find, it's not even be funny to say, but like most people that I find that would like kind of having this were in the 30s. I'm not going to raise my age rate. Never. Mm-mm. It's so funny because I joke about it, even though with my cousin, because she also like the older, like I do like, and I was like, maybe we can go to cows of like, but she looks a little bit more older than I must say, like way older than my rate is just less than a decade, like less than just 7, close to 8. I don't know. It's just I don't know. Sometimes it's just 7, 8. Kind of the line that I cross because I don't know. It's just statistics. I'm not going for the 10 year. It's just something about one. No, that I don't like. But like coming back to the topic, I was like telling my cousin Maybe we can go to a house of retired people so we can fulfill this space that we have. My cousin looked at me. I'm like, no, it's just a joke. And I was like, no, that is not a joke. That is not a joke. That is not a joke. And I was like, no, that's a joke. Just laugh. Just, you know. She definitely did not take well my joke. But, like, that's what I've been saying. You know? It's kind of funny because I don't date, I don't do stuff like that. But I've been praying a friend to do our friendships. Well, like, the friendship that I will have in a place that I will study, it was impossible. Because I didn't get there. Like I said, I didn't get there. And I was seeing these girls that I tried to be friends with just being like, yes, we get into, you also get into, right? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, no, actually, this is not a yeah. But like, I was just staring out my window and like, what I did wrong. And apparently, I did nothing wrong. There was like a selling stuff that was going on there. That you basically pay like $200 so you can get into and that will give you like the exams, the pre-made stuff. Well, that won't stop me from teaching. But I met a guy that was Chinese and have what was the kind of thing? That wasn't a Chinese. It was like Japanese or like something like that. Like kind of half and a half in the middle of the exam. It was fine. We didn't exchange numbers, but like it was funny. We kind of loved it. I loved him, and that was the only person that was like mixed race. Besides from that, there was other black women like in another corner. I was watching kind of two people being together, but I was more close with like this guy that was like I don't know. I was just talking to them and like it was interesting to see like the core values, like the different kind of lifestyles and yeah. My dog, I don't know what it's always crying. But like it was fun. I just love it mix stuff. I love when someone is 50-50, whatever. I just love that. In terms of races, because I love to know more than one culture. So yeah, I will do my lecture later. No, I'm editing. Maybe we'll come back later. I had also Chinese noodles recently, and it was so good. It was really good. Anyway, now I only have one space for one singer and one crush. They're separate also. My crush is a woman, my favorite singer is a man. What I love is surprise. Bye. Have a good